This is Heavy Thrash, and that's my book channel on YouTube, and I am back! After doing those Sabotage albums, I definitely said that it was time to get on to the next band for, you know, to continue US Power Metal Month here in April. So, this band, of course, as with the title, we're definitely focusing on Warlord. What a coincidence, right? Warlord's sound is definitely at times very early power metal, but some of their sound is definitely can be very progressive. Probably a little similar to me like Fate's Warning, than as opposed to like Queensryche and you know, Sabotage. But there's definitely more kind of a very keyboard laced stuff. Definitely almost just giving a more of an atmosphere, kind of like going back to, let's say, like the Rainbow sound, like that was presented on like Rising and you know, the album afterwards, which Long Live the King, I think. Wow, I fucked that up. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So definitely kind of more kind of leaning more towards that sound. This is definitely still more power metal, but this is also the first, at least, debut of, you know, LP or EP titled "Deliver Us," which was released on April 1983. Can't Metal Archives doesn't want to give out the date. Maybe they just can't find it. Probably there. Who knows? They might find it up their ass. Anyways, this is definitely a pretty good release. Of course, it kicks off with the title track, "Deliver Us from Evil." This is a fucking fantastic track as well. Definitely displaying also William J Tsamis guitar playing. One thing I also have to bring up is that most of the band members are actually given synonyms. You know, William J Tsamis is, you know, he's considered the Destroyer. Also the Raven, because he also plays the bass on the album, because they couldn't find a bass player yet. That wouldn't be until the next album. But it was kind of give, I guess, indication that there was both a guitar player and a bass player. So, but let's also get to, of course, the singer Damian King the First, aka Jack Rucker, who's, of course, has a very good voice, very melodic, definitely fits the, you know, the style of this album, definitely kind of indicated on the songs such as the title track, Winter Tears, even Lucifer's Hammer, and Child of the Damned, which is probably the most speed metal song on the album, alongside Black Mass. Just teeter with a lot of great songs on here, really. Penny for a Poor Man, just great. Another little fact as well is that the keyboard player is a female named Diane Canarins, whose name is Sentinel on this release. Another little fun fact also is the drummer, whose name is Thunderchild. Yes, Thunderchild. Real name is Mark Zonder, who will actually go on to play with Fate's Warning. Yes, another band that we'll be talking about here in US Power Metal Month. Definitely, it's this with most of these members. It really, and they end up for a debut release putting a lot into it. And of course, for me, some of the highlights are Child of the Damned and Black Mass. Of course, the title track, Penny for a Poor Man, and of course, Lucifer's Hammer. Lucifer's Hammer was actually the first song I ever heard by Warlord. It was actually featured, of course, on the second Metal Massacre. I don't need to go into detail who was on that second Metal Massacre, since all of you know. But it was definitely more of a demo version on there. But even this version is definitely very well executed. It can hold a candle to that version that was on the Metal Massacre. And it wasn't the first time that Warlord were featured on Metal Blade's Metal Massacre, let alone, you know, Metal Massacre 2. Metal Massacre 3, they're also on, it was with the song Miss Victoria, which in some copies of the Deliver Us EP actually does get featured. So not every copy of this album is going to have Miss Victoria. Of course, on the Japanese remaster that was released last year in 2015, it's actually placed within the middle of the EP. But even within their demos and even on this EP, you definitely get a real feel of the whole band as a whole. Like William J Tsamis, of course, he displays his musicianship. He's definitely a very well-talented guitar player, and he definitely can even hold a candle to, you know, some of the other great guitar players of the time, and even to now. Definitely very melodic, still, you know, heavy, but also very, you know, yeah, just a great EP. Of course, being released through Metal Blade Records. So, and of course, Warlord. We're also, within that, you know, same list of, you know, of gigantic bands that were on Metal Blade. Of course, with Slayer, which were definitely rising at the time of 1983. Of course, we had, even Savage Grace on around this time as well. So, so many great bands were definitely featured on Metal Blade, and Warlord were definitely one of them. So, so with that being said, it's a solid EP. If I have to rate it, I'll probably give it a 8.5. Probably I should give it a 9, because this is definitely that type of release. It's definitely good stuff. And of course, like I stated, very good performance between these, you know, 4 members. So that pretty much does it for this video. If you have heard Deliver Us from Warlord, what are your thoughts on the album? Is it a great release? Is it, you know, and as far as you being Warlord fans, if there's any, is it kind of up there as one of your favorites, or is it kind of below? All goes in the comment section. So, I will be back, though, with the follow-up album. Stay tuned.